Hey everyone, it's Bart, and I'm back with another stuff. Today is Thursday, February 24th, and it's the afternoon time, roughly 3:50 p.m. Central Time, and I hope you guys are doing well. Whew. All right, guys, seriously, congrats to every single person out there for making it through 4 days of the work week. We've just got Friday left, and we've got ourselves a nice weekend, everybody. Congrats to every single person out there. Let's keep on grinding, guys. I'm excited, and you guys should be excited for that as well. So, very good. Fantastic. With that being said, definitely a different video today and switching it up just a little bit. We're going to talk about a couple normal things and we're going to talk about a couple things that are totally not normal. And we're going to open up a Pokemon pack and I'm going to have you guys on your way, okay? Okay, guys, we've never really talked about any kind of serious topics really on this channel, but today we're actually going to talk about Russia and Ukraine. I'm a random guy. You guys already know that, but I am a person that follows all this stuff very closely. So I want to give you guys a quick rundown of what I see is happening, and hopefully this is a way for you guys to just get a quick synopsis of what's happening, a quick summary of what's happening, so you guys don't have to go too deep into it. Um, but I keep an eye on politics very closely, and I have for a really long time. So I may as well just share this with you guys. We're also going to talk about the James Bond drop coming up and have you guys on your way. Um, but we're going to basically start with just by talking about this quick Russia and Ukraine stuff and give you guys my quick perspective of it as somebody who's just a random guy, of course, that's just been following this for a long time. And I'm going to give you guys my perspective on this. Yeah, so here we go, guys. So basically we're going to start from just a random spot here, guys, basically. Okay, so we're just going to start right in the center of it. Okay, guys. What's happening right now is very unfortunate. Okay, but what I would say is that this is something that Russia has very likely been planning for a very long time. And when I say that, it could very likely be almost 10 years that they've been planning this. I would think. So that's this is not something that they just kind of randomly decided to do on a whim here. This is something they've been planning for a really long time. Okay, um, just right from the jump, there's parts of Ukraine that Russia obviously thinks that it has some kind of claim to. Um, I think a lot of the claim that you hear people talk about will come from this idea that there's a pretty good substantial portion of the Ukraine population that may be in favor of Russia or may be somewhat sympathetic to Russia in some ways. And so the Russians effectively assume that that means that these people should be part of Russia um, and that they should be able to kind of take the land that those people exist on and kind of maybe either have those places be independent countries that can then have relations with Russia or just straight up have them join Russia. Um, there's some problems there. That's technically not how that works. This is a place where there could certainly be some room for debate here about whether Russia really has a claim to it. There's also some other things that Russia thinks as far as Ukraine goes. There's one thing that Vladimir Putin said a long time ago that's always stuck with me, and I just keep thinking about it. But one thing that Vladimir Putin has always said is that Ukraine belongs to Lenin. In this case, he's referring to Vladimir Lenin. Now, what does that mean? I don't really pretend to have any full understanding of what Vladimir Putin means when he says that, but there's obviously something deeper here than just what meets the eye, I think, is what I would say about it. Um, Now, on top of all this stuff, I think that kind of Russia's main gripe here is that they don't want to have any threat of NATO being near their border. Um, to a lot of people that don't know why, NATO itself was created as kind of like an anti-Russian pact. And so Russia doesn't really want NATO to be near its border. Russia perceives that as a very strong Western influence on its border, which it perceives as a threat, okay? It perceives that as a threat to its kind of security to some degree. Um, Now, like, they're a little bit concerned about NATO being right on their border, right there, I think. Now, um, now as far as like where we are, like to get back to like kind of where we are today, so Russia is executing something that has been planning for close to like I would say close to 10 years. I'm just basically ballparking that number, but let's just say it is close to 10 years. Um, they're executing on a plan that they've been planning for 10 years. So basically, what I would say is they have no intention of stopping this plan. I guess like why would they? They've basically got the ball rolling on this plan, and so why would they stop at this point? Effectively Russia wants those parts of Ukraine to be part of Russia, and that's basically the end goal that they're shooting for here. Um, so I think that's kind of like one side of the equation, but really kind of leaves out Ukraine. Like, what about the Ukraine? Like, where do they factor in? Because all that stuff is really pertains to Russia. Um, well, what's interesting is that the Ukraine so this is just my take on it as a random person. It's what's interesting is that it seems that the Ukraine, at least on my perspective, is that it seems that the Ukraine might be getting caught a little bit on their back foot here. And what I mean by that is they kind of seem to be responding to the Russians as the Russians take the action. Um, which isn't great because Russia's been planning this, in my opinion, for a very long time. So for Ukraine to just be kind of reacting in real time kind of makes it seem like they're a little bit behind the eight ball, a little bit as an outside observer. Um, so with that being said, on top of that, the Ukraine has been over time wiggling toward embracing NATO, embracing Western influence that Russia just generally has always perceived as to be a threat. So that's part of the equation. Russia, it's been known that Russia doesn't want NATO influence anywhere near it, and Ukraine has been slowly wiggling toward that. So is it crazy for Russia to be angry about it? You know, you can kind of make up your own mind. Now, where does that leave kind of the rest of the world? Right now, it seems to be a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, but that's still extremely dangerous. When you have people shooting on both sides, um, somebody inadvertently can get shot down, somebody unintentional can get shot down, and that's kind of how things slippery slope into some very contentious times. So hopefully, for the sake of everybody, the conflict will end, and if it doesn't, hopefully it stays between the parties that are involved currently, because I don't know, selfish in that way, I suppose. So to kind of give a little bit more information, America is imposing sanctions on Russia, just like a lot of other countries. These things are not things that are going to have any kind of a impact. Russia has been stockpiling money for quite some time in order to be able to brace these sanctions. So we're anything that we can do to hurt them isn't going to do anything, and obviously we can't do anything militarily because that would be bad. So I don't think that there's anything that the United States can really practically do here, just in the same way that I don't think there's really much that anybody can do here. I think there's not much way out of this other than Russia getting what it wants here. That's my opinion. Um, Between Russia and America, I think that both sides have a pretty good claim that they won. Um, so it seems like a pretty good spot to leave it. Huh. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to say about it. I could probably give more information, but I think that's all I really wanted to say, and I hope that provides you guys some context as far as what's going on. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. We really are. neither side is faultless. That's what I would say. I mean, everybody um, likes to assume that Russia is the bad guy, but I think it's much fairer to say that neither side is faultless. And I hope, like I said, I hope things get resolved. And in my mind, in my opinion, I personally, as a random observer, I kind of see these parts of Ukraine being under Russian control or being independent territories. That's kind of what I see as the end game here, or what I see as the end resolution here. So, um, yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Like I said, I do cover all this stuff. I follow all this stuff very closely, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know if you guys needed to know that. There's a lot of stuff on the internet about it, so I want to give you guys a quick rundown. Let's talk about the drop coming up for James Bond. Okay, guys, we've got some drops coming up here. These drops are coming up on Saturday. We got two drops. One is for this ultra rare. Okay, this ultra rare costs $307, and there's 2,507 editions. This is going to be a DB5 Aston Martin. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's interactive. I don't think it's interactive, but it's absolutely gorgeous though, either way. Now, there's another, and this drop is at, oh heaven's sakes, guys, 8 a.m. Pacific time, which is 10 a.m. Central time, and there's another drop which is at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is 2 p.m. Central time. And in that drop, there's two editions. We've got a DB5 interactive. Oh gosh, guys, and there's only 505 editions, guys. There's basically none of these bad boys, but we're looking at a list price of $1,007. Very expensive, okay, guys, extremely expensive. Now we've also got this other Aston Martin here. We've got another list price of $1,007. It's a blind box, of course, for these ones. So there are 7 editions that are going to be a 007 interactive. So total, there's going to be 514 editions total. The blind box is going to cost $1,007. Okay, guys? And these drops are absolutely fantastically cool, in my personal opinion. I'm just a random guy, though. You guys already know that. All this stuff looks fantastic if you guys want my opinion. I love this drop a lot. I wish they weren't super expensive because in my mind I was thinking about this drop and I was thinking about grabbing gems to grab one of the rare ones, and now I'm finding out that just even getting even just like the secret rare is probably going to be a couple $1,000 type of affair here. So that stinks. I do really want one though, guys. I really, really want one. So I'm excited for this drop, guys. I hope you guys are. Oh, we had a drop today as well, didn't we, guys? We had a Black Panther comic drop. How did that go for old Bud Thompson? Success, baby. 2 days in a row, baby. 2 drops in a row. 2 successes. Let's go. I'm feeling great about it, guys. Feeling great. Another common, 2 commons in a row. But I'm not mad, guys. Seriously, I'm not mad. We've got a quick pack of Pokemon cards. So I'm going to have you guys on your way. We got our Champions Path pack of Pokemon cards. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Zigzagoon. Trubbish. Oh, I pulled 2 cards. We're on to Sizzlipede. We're on to Purloin. We're on to our reverse hollow, Hatena. Followed by, foil professor's research. This is a foil card, guys. You guys can see it there. This technically counts as a hit, guys. This technically counts as a hit. Little bit disappointing there, guys, but that's how Pokemon goes, guys. You don't win every day. Whew! With that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, everybody. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.